Hello and welcome to this channel once again, James Wasla on intellectual property. Um, this time I'm going to discuss something that has just come up, and I thought I should discuss it and share information and knowledge with all of us and see uh, how it helps us in the development of copyright protection. Um, what I'm going to discuss is an issue of our domestic laws. Um, there are a number of issues that many countries grapple with, and I'm looking at key issues that I have noted, uh, which I thought I should share with you. Um, and the area that I'm going to specifically talk about is the economic value of copyright. Now, when we are dealing with the economic value of copyright, definitely in the law, we are looking at how the law should provide for the economic rights in our domestic laws. And when you look at these issues, many users, because they are all, of course, capitalistic in nature, or selfish for that matter, they always argue that why should, for example, broadcasters get licenses to use music in their broadcasts. This, of course, I've used broadcasters, but it cuts across. It goes to the hotel owners, venue owners, nightclubs, gardens, bars, pubs, and so on and so forth. So when I use broadcasters, it's just generic. I'm just saying I'm using it to illustrate my points that I'm going to discuss. Now, why do users like broadcasters actually pay to use music? Because they have a genuine reason. They say, you see, we are promoting your music. Why should we get a license to promote your music? That question is partially valid, but the challenge is these are two different things we are discussing. When you play my music on your radio station or TV station for that matter, that is content which you have acquired. And which is, the other side of the argument is also true, that yes, I get mileage out of you playing that music, but that's another side of the coin. How are they different? When you play my music, it brings viewers to your TV or listeners to your radio stations. And that's a gain to you. You get adverts, you get listenership, and so on and so forth, viewership, and so on. Now, if I want you to promote my music on your radio station or TV station, I have to come into an agreement with you so that I either pay you for the adverts that you are going to make, that rather the promotion, or we negotiate and we trade off. I say for 6 months, don't pay royalties to my collecting society because it is covering my promotion period. We can get into that kind of arrangement. Or I can outright pay you and say, how much do you want? And we agree on an amount of money and I pay it. And in most countries, actually, this happens, though it happens without conscious or without proper knowledge. Some of the presenters actually ask musicians to pay so that their music gets power play, and the musicians do that, and it's a way of promotion. Now, having said that, when that happens, as you have seen, it's a two-sided issue. The broadcaster may charge me for promoting my music on their radio station or TV station, but at the same time, my collecting society will go to the broadcaster and ask them for a license. That is, if I have not authorized to swap with to trade off. So therefore, the question of you promoting is not automatic because it is also two-sided. You get listeners, you get adverts, you get viewers because you are using my music. That's another area. So that question should, I think, now be clearly answered that yes, you must get a license to use music because you are actually gaining economically, though indirectly, but you are gaining, you are getting, as I said, listeners, you are getting viewers, you are getting adverts, and so on and so forth. And in return, if I want it for promotional purposes, I will approach you and we do a deal. Either I pay you out or we swap rights. This has been proven that actually radio stations, which are not talk show radio stations, cannot survive without music. That's a given. So if you chose not to do a deal with the rights owners and they all withdrew their music through their collective management organization, certainly your radio station will either turn into a talk show radio station or it will have to fold because without music, you cannot sustain a radio station that is not a talk show radio station. Even a talk show radio station at times needs music. So I wanted to bring this out very clearly, and I hope I have done so. That explains why you, the broadcaster, should not claim that you are promoting the musician or the music, but it's a mutual respect. It's a mutual return issue. You get what I've explained, and I get what I've explained. So that's the position. Now, another person may ask, and they usually do, that actually this blanket provision in the law is also unfair, that some musicians' music is bad, as if they're just talking, as if they're just in a conversation or something like that. Well, copyright does not protect quality. Once you have created your original song, whether it's very good or very bad, it has a copyright. It's original and you have reduced it to material form. It's copyrightable. Now, the question of you liking it or not liking it is personal. If you feel it does not measure to the standards of your radio station or television for that matter, just tell your producers, presenters not to play it. And you are not paying for it, therefore, because you have excluded it from your playlist. Therefore, the quality is not an issue in copyright administration. Quality is per listener. I mean, it may be bad to you and good to me. So that one does not arise and does not deprive the creator of copyright in that particular creation that you may think is bad and is lousy and is not. That's not relevant in as far as copyright protection is concerned. And another question that comes up so frequently is, okay, if I play music in my car, should I get a license? Certainly, if the car is used for private purposes, you don't have to pay a license for playing music in your car. But if you play music in your radio station, as I've explained, it's an economic activity. It gives you benefits, which are financial benefits, and playing music in a private environment is one of the exceptions given by the law. You don't have to get a license to play music in your private radio station, private motor vehicle. But in a public motor vehicle, you have to get a license. If you have a PSV vehicle, you must get a license to play music in that vehicle. Now, the other question that comes along immediately is, now, if I am switching on a radio station that plays music and my vehicle is a PSV, why should I pay a license whereas the radio station has also paid a license? Now, these are two different people. The broadcaster is not broadcasting on your behalf. They are broadcasting on their own behalf. And that's why they get their license, because they are making a public performance or communication with a public activity, and they get their license for that matter. Now, for you, that radio set you have is presumed to be for purposes of private consumption. Now, when you lift your radio station and put it in the public domain for the people to come to your place and listen to that music as they enjoy your ride in your PSV, that's another activity. It's a different activity. You must therefore get a license as a PSV vehicle owner so that your passengers enjoy the broadcasted music while they are in your vehicle. If you don't want, switch off your radio station, but the presumption is that the radio station is there and you are likely to switch it on, whether by accident or intentionally or on request. So it's a difficult situation. You have the equipment to play the music, therefore you are presumed to consume that music and play it to your passengers. So therefore, PSVs must get licenses, whether it's a bus, whether it's a minibus or whatever, but as long as it's not a private vehicle, yes, it must pay for the license. We shall continue. Thank you very much. Remember to like the channel. Remember to also press that notification button so that you get notified whenever we upload these videos. And the more we learn together, the better. Thank you very much for your attention.